Hello everyone, welcome back. Just check the mic's on. So yesterday after my video I went around the trees. I kind of made sure they were all firmly in. As you can see, I put a thin layer of compost now over the top of the soil just to help the moss stick, because if you put the moss straight onto that coarse bonsai soil it dries out too quickly. So I have a bunch of different mosses here and little ferns and stuff like that I've collected, so we'll get on with doing a bit of mossing up. I've already put a couple of bits of sedum, one over there and one over there, just hanging down a bit. So let's get started. I also have a few little juniper. These are just cuttings that I've grown. There's a few different ones that I could decide to add if I wanted, but we'll see. Might not need them. Okay, so I suppose we'll start at the front. So obviously we're going to have a bit of a pass in here, so we'll just kind of start by maybe outlining the pass. I'll do some of this kind of flatter stuff here. Just to give us the kind of edge we want on our pass. I've collected a few different types of moss, so it's always good to have different types. You can just use them around. This stuff is nice, like little ferns. We put a few of that, a bit of that in. It climbs on the walls and things pretty good too. So we will just stick a bit of that just on the inside there by the cave. Let that kind of grow up the wall a bit. We'll put a little bit around this one as well, on that side. And we've got these little ferns I've collected, so I need to decide where we're putting these. Maybe put that one in there. I'll get my tweezers. And base that one with that tree. Get it in there. Problem with these are so, the roots are kind of so tangled up. You push it down with the tweezers, your tweezer just gets wrapped around the roots and pulls it back out again. Okay, we'll put a bit of moss on that now. Straight away to hold it in. Maybe a bit of this kind of lumpy stuff. Use this one actually around the front here. Just give it a bit of an edge there. Push a bit in there. And another bit in underneath that. Okay, that's good. Let's see what other ferns we have. Got these kind of biggish ones that we can maybe put at the back here afterwards, just to fill in the gaps at the back so you can't kind of see through the planting. Put another one over there. I'll just place them for now, and then when we're putting the moss on we'll put them in. You could glue these. You could glue one or two of them in. So what we'll do is just get a tiny bit of super glue, put it on the root there. Just shove that in there like that. Hopefully that'll stick there like that. Should stay there. Probably want one over the other side as well. Let's see, what have we got? Only got a couple of these ones, so I'll keep that for maybe on the front somewhere. There's this little guy here. I collect these out of little stone walls that grow around. The walls don't grow, obviously. They grow in the cracks of all the stone walls. So, put that one there. We can maybe put one up the top. Do we want a big one up here? Have a look. Might be a little bit big. Well, actually, it could be trimmed down a bit. What about a smaller one like this? Just put that one there for now. Just to drop out that on there. Just stick that into that crack up there. Like that. Okay, so I could maybe put some ferns around here. Actually be easy to put the glue actually on the rock and then stick the fern to it. This is how I stick plants to my bogwood and stuff in my fish tanks. You just put a little bit of super glue on it and glue it, and then it kind of spreads nicely then. Okay, we'll put one more over that side, I think. Let's see what we got. That one is too big for there. This one is a nice little bunch. Okay, now what we'll do, let's trim all these long bits off this one. Put this one in here, but I'll need to moss it first. So we'll just go in with some more moss. Again, we'll use this kind of flatter stuff on the front. Maybe we'll get, I have another tray right here. Put some of this more kind of round stuff, this stuff I collected off the roof of a shed. Like that. I tend to over moss at the start, and you can always reduce the moss then afterwards if you want to. If you find there's too much moss on it, you can just take some of the moss away once it's kind of established. Now just stick that guy in there like that. Once the mosses, like I said, been established now, we can pick around the trees and just put a bit of soil or sand or something around them. But just for now, just to keep the moisture in while the trees are new and that, I'll just more or less moss everything, and then like I said, make a decision afterwards on what I want to keep, the bits I don't want to keep. At least once it's all mossed up, you've kind of got that choice. Let's turn this fern down a bit. Stick it in there. Could put some more stone or rocks on it, but to be honest, it's just adding more weight, and it's kind of, with the pot and everything, it's kind of already heavy enough. So I think I won't bother putting any more weight on it using rocks. It's a bit big. Now I could put a little fern in here. Okay, maybe we'll put a fern or something here. Don't want that big one in it, I don't think. This guy maybe. Going around, putting bits here and there. Maybe I won't bother with my juniper trees. I was debating whether to put a couple in around, but I think the ferns will probably be enough. I can always get more ferns to act as kind of little bushes or whatever. They seem to do the job, so we could even put a few in the cracks of the pot just to kind of break up the pot a bit. I definitely think I will fill all these in with some moss just to stop the pot looking so big and chunky. We can get the moss to kind of fill in there. Maybe I'll put that fern in here. Jam that in there like that. And we'll just fill in there with some moss. It's a bit thick. Let's go for some thinner. Maybe something like this. like I said, I was debating whether to paint this pot to match the rock, but I'm not 100% sure if it's going to stay in this pot. It's very heavy, this pot. I might end up putting it in either making a tray for it or putting it on a slab or something. So I won't do anything with the pot for now. I'll just leave it as is. Just keep mixing up the different mosses. Let's bring this other tray up as well so we can use some of this. I really enjoy doing the moss in the forest. I think it's when it starts to come to life. You start adding the bits of detail and the little ferns and things. Now, another tiny fern here. Just stick him in there, I think. Okay, so we're moving around the back now a bit. Okay, we'll fill in these cracks. Now, we turn around to the back. What I'm going to do is, suppose we'll start by doing all in here while we can get to it easy enough. The easiest to get into, but we'll just have it kind of coming over the rock a little bit at the front. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Getting close. Another fern here, so we may as well stick it in somewhere. I'll just stick it in over here. And couple of big ones. We're going to put them at the back. See any more? Okay, so what I've got now for the back is I managed to get some quite big sheets of moss, which I'm going to pin along here. So I need to make some pins up, so we'll just get some wire. It can be quite long now because I'll be going into that soil. Okay, so we just get it like that, and we just make a loop out of it. Just pin it in like that. Okay. Got a bit for the middle here. A few more loops. Like I said, that mesh is stainless steel, so it should be fine under there. A little bit under here, we can just stuff a bit in there. We're collecting moss. When you think you've enough, always collect another tray, because you never seem to collect enough. This time I think I've got enough. Kept going when I thought, yeah, that should be plenty. I don't know, I'll get another little bit. Okay, so now we can put these two ferns back here. It'll just double lock. Where do we want them? I think if we just put them kind of back here, like bushes. Yeah. So again, what I'll do with them is we'll just make some more loops. Just the biggest one, this one maybe. We'll just pin that in, not just grow it in. And we can just trim these down if they start getting a bit too big. It's a good thing about the ferns, you can just keep taking off the bigger leaves and it'll just send out small ones again. Now I could do with one more, and I don't have one more. Thought I did. Okay, maybe not. We could maybe put another one back in that corner at some stage, but for now it'll be okay. Right, so the last task is to put on our little path. So again, I'll use my sieve stuff. This is just all bits of sieved soils from a different, when I get different soils. And you could use sand or anything, but I want it to kind of look a bit more realistic. And with it being all different kind of debris and sticks and all sorts, I think that might look a little bit more realistic. And when it's wet, it kind of darkens down. Okay, so I think that is more or less done. All it's short is a couple of bears. So we'll put Mother Bear coming out of the cave. We'll put this little guy here. Maybe that one there, just coming in. We could put one up here. No, we'll put him down here. Mother's calling them in. Okay, so I'll just clean up and then we'll have a look at it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I think we're done now with this. We'll put it out on the bench. Hopefully the bears don't strip it all. I'll put it kind of close to the house. They don't tend to come down this far, and hopefully it'll all be okay. Hopefully the trees all survive. If they don't, we can just replace them. I might find I want to take one or two out anyway. It might be too cluttered when they all start growing. Even if one dies, maybe I'll leave it in, because I don't think I've ever been to a forest where there was no dead trees in it, so if there was a dead one in it, I don't think I'd mind too much. It'd be nice when the larch are growing and we see a bit of colour from them. And yeah, so I think we can call this one done. It's been going for quite a while now, this project, but it's nice to do little projects like this. I apologise to anybody who thinks it was going on a bit. I think this was the 7th part of it, but yeah, it was a bit of a job, but we got there in the end. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.